Thailand, amazing country, beautiful people. Bangkok, exciting city, city that never sleeps, in the land of smiles. So many things to do here. But is it for everybody? Maybe not. In this video, I'm going to give you 8 reasons why you shouldn't visit or live in Thailand. Are you ready to deep dive? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's up? It's JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia, down here in the Prompong area, M-Quartier Mall. I'm at Moza. It's a little coffee shop here. It's kind of high-end, and if you can see, that's my Americano, small cup, and about 2/3 full. So probably not a great deal. But you do get a little biscuit with it. So you do have that going for you. But it's nice outside here. I thought I would do my video here today because it's nice and quiet. It rained this morning early, and so it's cool, a little bit of a breeze. And we're going to talk about Thailand, and maybe it's not for everybody. I love Thailand. I love Bangkok. It's an amazing city, real easy to get around. But there may be some reasons why you might not like Thailand. So we're going to cover 8 of them. Make sure you stick around to the end. First of all, number 1, language barrier. So in the city here in Bangkok, in the main areas that have the tourists, you can get by pretty well with English. Most of the people that work at these places, these restaurants, coffee shops, bars, they speak English well enough that you can get by. And even if not, you can point to what you want on the menu, so you can get by. But once you get out of the main area of the tourist places in Bangkok, or maybe even Pattaya or Phuket or some of those other touristy areas, once you get outside of that main area, English could be a problem as far as communicating with someone. So that might be a reason for you not to want to come here, because it may frustrate you. And if you get frustrated easily, that might be a reason not to come. Okay. Number 2, visa options. So visa is very problematic here. I mean, you can come for most countries 60-day visa free, and then you can extend for 30 days. So you got 90 days, and then you have to leave the country, and then you can actually come back and do the same process. You can do that twice in a year, calendar year. So basically 180 days. But if you do those 2 180 days in close succession, you might get questioned at immigration when you fly in to the airport. So that could be an issue. Just be prepared. Not everybody gets to get in, So I've heard horror stories where they've been denied entry and they have to go back. They have to leave the country right away before even getting through immigration at the airport. So there's that. And the other visa options, there's retirement options. There's destination Thai visa, DTV, which is a 5-year visa, but still it's got 180 days, and then you can extend another 180, and you can keep going back and forth multiple times on that DTV visa. But that's considered a tourist visa. So if you're planning on staying long term, you're not going to be able to open up a Thai bank account. And there's some things that you won't be able to do because it's considered a tourist visa. Now there's retirement visas you can get. There's other visas, but there's expense involved, and there's a lot of red tape and a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of paperwork that you have to fill out. So the visa thing, it might be a no-go for you. So that might be one thing. All right, number 3, the current exchange rate isn't great. I mean, the Thai baht's pretty strong right now compared to the US dollar and some of the other currencies around the world. So you're not going to get a great rate. Like even a year ago when I was here, it was over 33 point something per dollar, 33 point something baht per dollar. Now it's closer to 32. I think this morning I looked at it, it was 32.28 or something along those lines, but it changes daily. But right now the US dollar is not very strong to the baht. The baht is doing really well. Now that may change because there's a government changeover. There's different things going on. In the US, if they lower that interest rate like Trump wants, that could weaken the dollar. So you could see it even getting worse moving forward. So maybe coming here to Thailand isn't a great idea if you're worried about the exchange rate and if it's really something that will press and eat into your budget too much. Number 4 is cost of living. Kind of goes hand in hand, right? Inflation, there's a little bit of inflation going on here in Thailand. It's not huge. It's more of the exchange rate that's affecting foreigners more than anything. But you can still, you can live very cheaply. Even here in Bangkok, you can eat street food on a daily basis and get a nice meal for 60 baht, which is about 180 or $1.80. But there's, if you want Western food, you want to go to a Western restaurant or some other Asian restaurant, it could cost you a little more. So the cost isn't really, it might not be as cheap or as inexpensive as you think or as some vloggers might tell you. If you're a beer drinker, you go get a pint of beer, it's going to cost you anywhere from 90 baht during happy hour on up to maybe 150 or 160 baht, depending on where you go, what bar or restaurant you go to, and what type of beer you're going to get. If you like a Guinness, it's probably going to cost you 250 baht, which is about $7.50. If you like the local beers, like the Tiger or the Leo or the Chang, you can probably get those a little cheaper. You know, happy hour, probably about 100 baht or so. There are some places, some bars and pubs you can get it a little cheaper, like 80 baht or 65 baht during certain times of happy hour, but you just have to look in that. And then, of course, the food. You like Western food or food that's not Thai food, not street food, you're going to pay a little more, probably anywhere from about 300 baht, which is about $9, on up to as high as you want to go. So that cost of living, you know, living in condos, you know, right now I'm living in a small condo on the south end of Bangkok in Samut Prakan. So my rent's pretty cheap, about $370 a month. And then you add electric, which is about $20, $25, $30, which isn't much. So it averages around $400 or 400 US dollars a month for my rent, which isn't bad. But if you live more in the central area, like around here, you're going to pay a little more, but the quality is nice. So you got to keep the cost of living in mind. Number 5, dating Thai women. You know, if you've ever been to Southeast Asia and you like to date Asian women, and maybe you are in the Philippines and you found it's really easy to date in the Philippines, and it is fairly easy. You can do that without much problem at all. And you can date younger. If you're an older man, you can date younger Filipina, and it's really not a thing. It's not an issue. Here in Thailand, it's a little different. That age gap's a little smaller than in the Philippines. They're a little slower to respond. And they're not, I wouldn't say they're as, you know, for lack of a better term, submissive. And I don't mean that in a sexual context. I mean that in they're quieter. You know, in the Philippines they're more like that, but here they're strong women. You know, they're very strong-willed women, even though they've got that Buddhist culture and that Buddhist upbringing. They're very humble, they're very kind, and they're very nurturing. But at the same time, they're very strong and they know what they want. But they're also looking for somebody to lead them. So if you're looking for a relationship, finding a good Thai woman is a good thing, but not necessarily for getting into a quick relationship. If that's your thing, this might not be the place for you. Number 6 is traffic and / driving. So the traffic here in Bangkok is crazy. It's really hard to get around, especially during the rush hours. But the nice thing is you got the train systems, you got the BTS SkyRail, and you got the MRT subway systems. And so you can get, just using those, you can get almost anywhere you need to be in Bangkok just using those systems. They've got Grab and Bolt, which is the Asian versions of Uber, in case you're not familiar with that. But you've got that, but still, if you ride those things, or taxis, or tuk-tuks with the little carts that are pulled, that you're going to be in the traffic. So you might have that issue. You can hop on a motorcycle on the back of a bike and get to point A, point B probably faster than any other way, but it's a little harrowing at times, so you got to be careful with that. And then if you're driving, if you want to drive, it's going to be tough. First of all, you'll have to get either an international driver's license, or you'll have to get a Thai driver's license in order to drive legally here in Thailand. Also, it's just not real safe, especially on the highways if you're on a bike. I read the other day that Thailand is has the highest traffic fatalities as far as bike accidents, motorcycle accidents, either in Southeast Asia or maybe even the world. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, but it's way up there. I know that. So if you're one of those guys that like to hop on a bike and travel the countryside, Thailand may not be the ideal place for you as far as the safety of riding your bike. Number 7, the heat and the humidity. Right now it's really nice. It's cool. It's there's not much humidity because we had that rain early on, so it cooled things down, but it'll get warm. We're in the rainy season, so it's not going to get as hot as what it would be early on in the year, but it still gets warm. It still gets up to 90, and the humidity is probably 75 or 80, maybe something like that. So you're still going to have that. I mean, I was out yesterday. I had to take 2 showers yesterday because I was sweating so much. Just walking 10 minutes outside, you start to sweat, even in cooler weather. So you're going to have to deal with that. If you're not used to that hot, humid weather, and that's something that you don't like, then Thailand's probably not your ideal place to be, unless you go up north, maybe Chiang Mai or some other higher altitude areas. Chiang Rai, I think, has a little higher altitude. Then you can get a little cooler weather, but then you have to deal with other things, like number 8, pollution. So here in Bangkok, I don't really notice the pollution so much. Now there are days that are worse than others, where the pollution index or whatever it is, is a little high, and I can tell my eyes will water a little bit. In the early part of the year, January, February, March, that's burning season up north. So in Chiang Mai especially, it can be really bad on certain days because they burn their crops and all that smoke just hangs in the air. And sometimes it gets as far south as Bangkok. Sometimes it gets as far south as Pattaya. So you just have to understand that during those months, those early months, about 2.5 months, the first part of the year, you're going to deal with that burning season. And there may be days or even weeks where it affects it here in Bangkok really bad. Last January, it was like that. It got so bad that the government decided that they were going to make riding the trains, BTS and MRT, free for 1 week to try to get people to not drive and create that more of that problem in the pollution because of all that air pollution that was coming down from the north. So if that bothers you, if you have a respiratory issue, maybe that would be something that would keep you away from here, prevent you from living in Thailand, unless you're living farther south, maybe Phuket or Krabi or Phi Phi or some of those islands. You're far enough south, that won't be affected by that air pollution that comes in the early part of the year. So there you go. There you have it. 8 reasons why you might not want to be in Thailand. For me, those are issues that are minor, and I'm willing to look over that because I just love Bangkok so much, and I love Thailand because there's so many pluses, there's so many pros, the food, the beauty of the women, the culture, the city of Bangkok, the amazing other cities and islands you could go to, the ease of transportation. Those far outweigh the negatives. So, but that's just me. Put in the comments below what your thoughts are about Thailand. Can you overlook these 8 problems? If you can, you're welcome to come out here and join me. If not, that's okay too. Find your paradise like I found mine. And if you're interested in dating in Asia, whether it's long-term relationship or just short time, check this video up here. I'll talk about the differences and what's right for you. Until next time, live life, my friend. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.